This is Mike. Today he is checking out the Windows entities inside the Backrooms. Not only will we discover what the windows in the Backrooms are, but we are going to see what is on the other side. And believe me, it's not somewhere you would want to go. More on that in a little bit. You see, poor Mike had the misfortune of no-clipping his way into the Backrooms, level 0, a place of yellowed wallpaper, damp carpet, and inconsistently placed fluorescent lighting. The space here is changed. Mike could walk in a straight line and return to the starting point. If he retraced his steps, a different set of rooms would appear. But this wasn't Mike's first rodeo with no-clipping. He managed to find his way to level 1 without much trouble. Then, things went from bad to worse. You see, as Mike was exploring the endless concrete of the sprawling warehouse on level 1, he saw a window. The windows of the Backrooms can come in all shapes and sizes, and are found predominantly on levels 1 and 2. This one was tall and rectangular, with white paint beginning to peel from the frame. Mike approached the window to see it was dark and empty on the other side. Not empty like a room with nothing in it, but rather like looking into a void. Mike nearly shit himself and fell back in shock to see a shadowy figure suddenly appear at the glass. The figure was pointing right at him and whispering in a low voice to come closer. Mike, being a complete fucking idiot with no survival instincts whatsoever, approached the figure, who encouraged him to step through the window. Now we all know, and even Mike knows, that you can't just step through a glass window, but the Backrooms don't have real windows. The windows in here are entities that put on a good show of pretending. And now, poor Mike was within range. It all happened so fast. 1 second Mike was there looking at the entity, and in the next second the Shadow Man was lunging towards him. Mike was pulled by the neck through the glass and fell into the darkness. Usually, that is the end. You're dragged into the void, and as far as anyone is concerned, you're gone. You will never be seen again. But there is a second way this can go down. If there is no figure in the window, then that window could be safe. And in fact, some of the windows can lead to another level. One particular level. So, Mike foolishly stepped through the window, but who could have guessed it? It was a trap. The moment Mike cleared the window frame, it faded away. Mike was trapped in this new space, level 1.5. Mike would never leave level 1.5. Things were getting a bit fucky for Mike now. The first thing Mike noticed was that this place was malformed. Reality was distorted. Instead of fluorescent light, there was fluorescent darkness. Instead of dark shadows, there were light shadows. The ceiling was now the floor. The world was backwards. The next thing Mike realized was that he was not alone on this level. There were denizens constantly moving about, things that called this warped place home. They whispered in hushed tones, "She is coming. She won't let go." The volume levels of the denizens in relation to their approximate distance from Mike were backwards too. If the denizens were far away, they sounded loud, and when they were close, they got quieter. Another entity also existed in this space, an entity referred to as Mother. Mike only knew Mother was there when he felt her breath on the back of his neck, when he felt eyes on him, when everything went completely, utterly, suddenly silent. As if the very idea of sound had never been created. As if sound had been cast aside to gather dust on the workbench as the universe was built. Mike will not escape level 1.5. Mike could run for days, but Mother would always find him. When Mike finally accepts his fate and Mother catches him, he will be taken to the heart of the Backrooms, to a place where those lost to this madness go to stay. His soul will be ripped from his body and added to the thousands of other melted and bound spirits that make up the walls. Mother always wins in the end. Check out this video for another interesting story, and please leave a like on the video to support the channel. Big up the awesome patrons and members, and special thanks to Afre Interactive, Ryan Brenner, Techno Ninja, GFHD, Infinitune, Kamana, Viga, and Andre Bachert.